All right. So why don't we just get started? Okay. Okay. So anyway, hello and welcome to everyone. Thanks for coming to our recurring series of Green Tar practice. We've been doing this now every Sunday night. And as many of you know, I see a few new faces, so welcome. But as many of you know, this green tar practice especially has been emphasized and recommended by His Holiness the Dalai Lama to help quell the coronavirus pandemic, which unfortunately is still ravaging many parts of the world. And so I appreciate all of you continuing to come to these sessions. But the first thing that we should keep in mind is, although yes, we are doing this in part to help quell and put an end to the pandemic, then more broadly speaking, we should think about the various types of suffering that sentient beings are experiencing. So not only the sickness, but various other kinds of suffering due to war, due to natural disasters, due to mental illness, due to economic problems, famine, hunger, and so forth. And even more broadly than those particular types of suffering, then all sentient beings who are not yet liberated from samsara are bound to experience one kind of suffering or unsatisfying experience or another, as long as they are under the power of their karma and afflictive emotions. So, although we are doing this on a more temporary level to alleviate the particular sufferings due to disease and the other problems we see in the world, on a deeper level, we're actually trying to liberate all the sentient beings, not only in this world, but all the world systems in the whole universe, of all their various types of suffering. And in order to do that, we must ourselves achieve the state of complete enlightenment. Then and only then will we have the qualities, the skills, the knowledge to help and guide sentient beings in the best, most effective way to be free from these root causes of suffering, the root causes of samsara, the karma and the afflictions. And therefore, in order that we may be able to quickly attain the state of enlightenment, we're going to do this Tara practice here. And we can think that we're actually doing this so we can ourselves attain the state of Arya Tara's enlightenment as quickly as possible. So, what do you think? Good motivation, right? So try to keep it as broad as possible, right? And yeah, so just take a few moments to generate that motivation. Okay, so now we'll continue with the actual practice text. So I am going to now share my screen. Okay, so we've done a brief kind of motivation, and now we'll do the visualization. So here, we can also visualize all the sentient beings for whom we're doing this practice. They are in the space around us. So think that we are, as it were, leading them in this practice here today. Just as in the future, we will lead all these sentient beings to the state of enlightenment. So we can think that we're, the chant leader, leading them in this practice. And then here, you can follow along with the text, or you can just do the meditation. So visualize that above the crown of my head, I visualize a lotus and moon disc Upon these is the great treasure of compassion, Aryatara, mother of all enlightened beings, who is oneness with my kind Guru. My Guru is seated in the full lotus position within a transparent bubble of rainbow-colored light, is pink in complexion, and wears the saffron robes and a pandit's hat. His right hand is at his heart in the gesture of teaching the Dharma, and holds a vajra and the stem of a white lotus that blooms beside his right ear. His left hand rests on his hip. It holds a bell and the stem of another white lotus that blooms, beside his left ear. At my Guru's heart is Aryatara in female aspect, green in color, and seated in the dancing posture within a rainbow bubble. Her left leg is bent up and her right leg is outstretched. Her left hand is at her heart in the mudra, symbolizing the triple gem. Okay, so like this, you see. And holding the stem of a blue utpali flower, her left hand extended over her right knee, her right hand extended over her right knee, is in the mudra of granting sublime realizations. So that's like this, stretched out like that on the right knee. She is beautifully adorned with jeweled ornaments and scarves at her three places, bears the syllable Om, A, and Hum. So since I see some new people, the Om is at the kind of crown, the A at the throat, and the Hum at the heart. At her heart is a lotus and moon seat on which stands a radiant syllable Tam. Rays of green light radiate in all directions from the Tam and invoke all the enlightened beings of the 10 directions. They are all absorbed into Aryatara and become one. Okay, so we just can take a moment here and clarify that visualization. So just like it says, then we visualize at the crown of our head, facing the same direction as us, our Guru. So we visualize, whoever your Guru is, be it His Holiness Dalai Lama Zopa Rinpoche, maybe you have another teacher that you feel a stronger connection with. So we visualize our Guru on the crown of our head, and then at our Guru's heart is Aryatara in the normal aspect that we see green Tara in. And then from the Tam at Aryatara's heart, these light rays radiate out and invite all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions, which come and then are absorbed in Aryatara's body at the heart of our Guru. So the deeper significance here, we should also keep in mind that actually the infinite enlightened mind of all the Buddhas, the Dharmakaya, then appears in whatever form is needed to benefit and guide sentient beings. And so now, according to our karma, then we have the extreme good fortune, although we weren't able to meet Shakyamuni Buddha, then we do have the good fortune to meet our Guru, His Holiness the Dalai Lama. And so now, His Holiness then is, the manifestation of the enlightened mind of all the Buddhas appearing in this aspect that we can see, that we can receive teachings from, that we can interact with. But that appearance of being, a human, this ordinary form as a human being, and showing the aspect of, getting old, having gray hair, wearing glasses, and so forth. So that is because our karma cannot see a more exalted manifestation of the Buddhas, but actually, then we know that this is, one with all the Buddhas. And so that's the significance of visualizing Aratara at his heart, and that all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas then get absorbed. So the main thing we concentrate on is, recalling the qualities of our Guru is the same as all the other Buddhas, but in terms of the kindness that we directly receive from our Guru, for manifesting in this way that we can interact with, then our Guru is infinitely more kind than all the other numberless Buddhas. So then, recalling the kindness and qualities of our Guru, we make this heartfelt prayer. Please remain above my head until I receive enlightenment. Okay? So now we're continuing on with the text. The refuge in bodhicitta. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my merit from giving and the other perfections, may I become a Buddha in order to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my merit from giving and the other perfections, may I become a Buddha in order to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my merit from giving and the other perfections, may I become a Buddha in order to benefit all sentient beings. Then we continue with the 7th prayer. So first, with my body, speech, and mind, I devoutly prostrate. And now we continue, as we have been doing, with the 21 Tara praises. So this is a new booklet that's available for free download, or maybe Shanti has shared it in the Zoom. Sorry, I have to scroll down here. Anyway, we're going to do the chanting in Tibetan. And so if it's your first time, then you can follow along with the phonetics. I'm not going to chant that quickly. So yeah, hopefully we can later memorize the Tibetan chanting. So anyway, then just to mention, there's some different ways we can visualize when we recite the praises. One is just to then, we still have our Guru and Aryatar at, his heart. So we can think that we are prostrating or paying homage to our Guru inseparable from Aryatar. And then we can think that as we recite, then each, with each verse, we can think that a replica of Aryatara at our Guru's heart then dissolves into our heart, with each of the 21 Taras. And our mind stream gets purified and blessed. Why don't we just do that for now, okay? All right. Kodalai necho ne tamien jangu le chushin upa megi ulagen dusun sange chwele ma joma korche sheksu so lada lamin chupengi shapki pemo la tute pompa gunle josema joma yun la chaselo onje tsuma pama joma la chaselo chasa joma yoma pamo cheni keche lo danjama jiten sungu chuki shelgi kesa jewale ni joma chasa tenke dawa kuntu kawa gyani sekpe shema karma tonta sopa namgi Ratu chewe rabama chasa semu chini kegi pemi chane nampa gyama Chenpa sundu kadu shiwa, Supa senten chuyumi ma, Chasa deshin shekpe sudor, Taye nampa gyawa chema, Malu paru chenpa tobe, Gewe seki shindu tema, Chasa tutara ho yeke, Dedan chota namka kama, Jiten dumbo shaginente, Lupa mepa kupa numa, Chase gyache me la sangpa, Lun la lam so wan chu chema, Chumbo lo lan ti sananda, Nuchin sugi dene tema, Chase che che chadan peki, Paru tuko ratu joma, Yekun yekun shagi nende, Mepa drukpa shindu bama, Chase turi jikpa chenpo, Dugi pao nampa joma, Chuge shelni trone denze, Chao tamche malu sema, Chase kongshon sunche chage, Suma choka namba yama, Malu choge kolo gembe, Rangi yugi soknam truma, Chasa ratu gawa jibi, Yugi yugi trawa pema, Shepara shitu tarai, Dudan jiten wandu zema, Chasa sashi kyonwe soknam, Tamche gukpa numa nima, Chone yoa igi hungi, Pompa tamche namba droma, Chasa dawe dumbu gen, Genpa tamche shindu bama, Rebe truna ba mele, Takpa shindu urazema, Chasa kepe dame meba, Bae chenwe yana nema, Yekun yukun kone korge, Chai pungni namba joma, Chasa sashi ngela chagi, Tigi nungi shagi duma, Chone jinzi yigi hungi, Rimpa dumba nani gama, Chasa dhamma gama shima, Ngangin de chuyu nima, Soha o yandanda dempe, Dikpa chambo joma nima, Chase kune kora gawe, Chai luni nampa gema, Yigi chibi ngangi kube, Rikpa hone joma nima, Chase turi shakti dabe, Hunge nabe sabu nima, Rida mandara dan bigje, Jitin suna nyowa nima, Chase lai soinabe, Rida tani chana nama, Tara niju pegi yeke, Dugna malu pani selma, Chasa lai soknam gyabo, Lada mian chi dem jiki, Suda milang yampa selma, Chasa nima dawa gebe, Cheni pola urab selma, Hara niju tutarai, Shinto takporin selma, Chasa deni sunam kube, Shivi dudayan vadema, Dunda rola nuchin sognam, Jomba ture racho nima, Sawe ngaki tuba didam, Chasa wani nisu sachi. Okay, and then we do also, let's do 21 of these abbreviated praises to the 21 Tara. So as some of you know, then this one verse, sort of abbreviated praise to the 21 Taras was given by Arya Tara, Arya Tara gave to the glorious Atisha Divankara in Tibet. And it is said that even reciting this one verse then has the same benefit of reciting the entire 21 Tara praises. So it's very good to do. Okay. onje tsuma pama jamala chasalo chasa jama tare pamo tudarai jikun sama ture danan tanje terma soa yike chera rabdu onje tsuma pama jamala chasalo chasa jama tare pamo tudarai jikun sama ture danan tanje terma soa yike chera rabdu onje tsuma pama jamala chasalo Chaza joma tare pamo tutarai jikunzama tule dananda jidema soa ige chararadu onje tsuma pama jamala chazalo Chaza joma tare pamo tutarai jikunzama tule dananda jidema soa ige chararadu onje tsuma pama jamala chazalo Chaza jama tare pamo tutarai jikunzama Ture donata jitama soa iki cherara du onje tsuma pama jamala chasalo chaja jama tare pamo tutara jitun sama ture donata jitama soa iki cherara du onje tsuma pama jamala chasalo chaja jama tare pamo tutara jitun sama ture donata jitama soa iki cherara du onje tsuma pama jamala chazalo chaza jama tare pamo tudara injiga zama tune dana daje dama soa yigi charara du onje tsuma pama jamala chazalo chaza jama tare pamo tudara injiga zama tune dana daje dama soa yigi charara du onje tsuma pama jamala chazalo chaza jama tare pamo tudara injiga zama tune dana daje dama soa yigi charara du onje tsuma pama jamala chazalo chaza jama tare pamo tudara injiga zama tune dana daje dama soa yigi charara du onje tsuma pama jamala chazalo chaza jama tare pamo tudara injiga zama tune dana daje dama soa yigi charara du onje tsuma pama jamala chazalo chaza jama tare pamo tudara injiga zama tune dana daje dama soa yigi charara du onje tsuma pama jamala chazalo chaza jama tare pamo tudara injiga zama tune dana daje dama soa yigi charara du onje tsuma pama jamala chazalo chaza jama tare pamo tudara injiga zama tune dana daje dama soa yigi charara du onje tsuma pama jamala chazalo chaza jama tare pamo tudara injiga zama tune dana daje dama soa yigi charara du onje tsuma pama jamala chazalo chaza jama tare pamo tudara injiga zama tune dana daje dama soa yigi charara du onje tsuma pama jamala chazalo chaza jama tare pamo tudara injiga zama tune dana daje dama soa yigi charara du onje tsuma pama jamala chazalo chaza jama tare pamo tudara injiga zama tune dana daje dama soa yigi charara du onje tsuma pama jamala chazalo chaza jama tare pamo tudara injiga zama tune dana daje dama soa yigi charara du. Okay. So, yeah, back to the 7 in prayer. So, we have been now at the limb of offering. We'll offer together 2 sticks of incense, but we visualize that, you know, it's infinite sticks of incense. So, we're offering this on behalf of all singing beings. And now my incense burner is a little bit away. Hold on. Okay. I offer all offerings, both real and imagined. So here, just meditate that not just these incense sticks, but also these water bowls, and then not just the offerings we have set up here, but all the other offerings at the various students' altars, at the various Dharma centers, the FPMT centers in the world, Lama Zopa Rinpoche's houses, all those offerings that have been, laid out. We offer those as well. And then all the other unowned things in the universe, these unowned things, then, it's like the shared karmic ripening effect of all the beings who inhabit the world, inhabit the universe. So we each, in one sense, have a share of ownership of them. So that includes all the stars in the sky, those billions and billions of stars. We can offer those to the Buddha, our Guru, and several from Aryatara, and all the other Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, all the holy objects, all the statues, stupid scriptures, Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha in the whole universe. And then all the imagined offerings, we also can visualize just as much as our imagination can hold, on every single atom, countless, drinking water, water for washing the feet, flowers, incense, lights, perfume, food, the 7 royal emblems, the 8 auspicious signs, anything you can imagine. And in particular, since we're trying to help quell the disease in the world, then we can also visualizing that we're offering supreme medicine to the Guru, to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha statues of scriptures. So it's not because our Guru is sick, it's not because the Buddhas are sick, but rather so we can get the karmic ripening effect, concordant with the action. So when we offer medicine, then, that creates the cause for us to receive the medicine in the future. Okay, next, the limb of confession. So all sins and offenses amassed from beginningless time, I confess. So we can think all those negative actions we've done from beginningless time, whether we remember it or not, whether we think we've done it in this life or not. Since beginningless time, we've actually done everything under the sun, especially, the 5 actions of immediate retribution. So, killing our mother, our father, killing arhats, those who've achieved nirvana, causing schisms in the Sangha, the spiritual community, and with a malicious intent, drawing blood from the Buddha, harming the Buddha. And then, of course, the broken types of vows, all the vows we've taken and broken. And since we're visualizing our Guru in our head, we can think of all the times we have not followed our Guru's advice, that we've harmed our Guru's body, criticized our Guru, belittled our Guru, not followed the instructions. So all of these, actions, very, very heavy negative karma. So seeing how those negative karma will, if we don't purify, ripen as suffering effects, and not wanting to experience those suffering effects in the future, we generate this mind of regret. And also commit that, we'll try our best not to engage in such kind of behavior like that again in the future. Even if it's, just for a day, just for an hour, just for a few minutes, just for, until the end of this session, then try to make a firm commitment. And then we can, start to build some momentum behind these positive habits of abiding in pure morality. So next, I rejoice in the virtuous actions of all holy and ordinary beings. So here now, this practice of rejoicing, we think of, first, that virtuous action is the cause for all success, all happiness, from being cooled by a slight breeze on a hot summer day, that slight happiness, all the way up to the complete happiness of full enlightenment. All those good things we experience is the ripening effect of virtuous actions. So then we see how important it is that we, create virtuous actions as much as we can. So then, when we think of the virtuous actions we've accumulated in the past, then it should make us so happy that, now we're going to be experiencing some good ripening effect in the future. And then when we think about the virtue that other beings are accumulating, are performing, since that's going to become the cause for them to achieve happiness, well-being, liberation, and enlightenment in the future, then that should also make us so happy. Because remember, our whole purpose of our life is to bring happiness and well-being to others. So then when we see, sentient beings taking care of themselves, creating the cause for themselves to experience happiness in the future, then, so amazing, so wonderful. So now just briefly, we can think of our own virtue that we've accumulated in the past, think how wonderful it is. And then we can think of others, how wonderful it is that they've accumulated virtue. And then especially thinking of the bodhisattvas, whose every action is completely motivated by this thought to achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. So always cherishing others, always benefiting others. How wonderful, how amazing that is. And then of course, the Buddhas themselves, who have completely traversed the path to enlightenment, and therefore have attained the state of omniscience, the Dharmakaya, and therefore can spontaneously manifest in whatever form, whatever aspect is most beneficial for sentient beings. Okay, so O Gurus and Buddhas, please remain until samsara ends. So now we request that the Buddhas, our Gurus, not pass away into parinirvana, but rather remain with us until the end of samsara. And turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings, requesting that they continue to teach, guide us. And with each of these requests, think that our Gurus, think that the Buddhas accept our request. So when we request them to remain, not pass away and remain until the end of samsara, think, they nod their head, say, yes, okay, I will. And similarly, when we ask them, to teach, think also they accept our request. Yes, I will continue to teach, I'll continue to guide you. Then all my virtues and those of all others I dedicate to the great enlightenment. So now the mandala offering. As you know, the mandala offering is basically just, we visualize the entire universe, visualize the entire universe as a pure land, a field of the Buddha. And then we offer that, not just once, but, countless of these Buddha fields we offer to our Guru and several from Aryatara. This ground, anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, full continents, sun and the moon. I imagine this is a Buddha field and offer it. May all living beings enjoy this pure land. The objects of my attachment, aversion, and ignorance, friends, enemies, strangers, and my body, wealth, and enjoyments, without any sense of loss or for this collection, please accept with pleasure and bless me with freedom from the 3 poisons. Idam Guru Ramamandara Kamiratayami. Okay. So now we think that our Guru, having received the mandala offering, is very pleased with us. And so now, it's like an Indian office, right? An Indian government office. You give a little bakshish, right, to the worker you want to do, you want him to do work for you. So now we've made this request, we made this offering to our Guru, and now we request. So we request, please bless me to purify all obscurations of my body, so that it will become one in essence with Guru Tara's holy Vajra body. So then our Guru accepts our request. And then white light emanates from the Om at Arya Tara's brow and curves into an arc to enter my brow. My body is purified completely of all obscurations and becomes one in essence with Guru Tara's holy Vajra body. So just take a second there to do the visualization, and at the end, after visualizing those light rays, think very strongly that your body is completely purified. Means all the negativities of body. That means in particular, killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, but all those negativities that we've accumulated in the past with our bodies. So next, we request again, please bless me to purify all obscurations of my speech, so that becomes one in essence with Guru Tara's holy Vajra speech. So thank the Guru accepts our request. Then, red light emanates from the A at Arya Tara's throat and curves in an arc to enter my throat. My speech is completely purified of all obscurations and becomes one in essence with Guru Tara's holy Vajra speech. So here again, just focus on that visualization. And now at the end, think that all the negativities accumulated with our speech, lying, divisive speech, harsh speech, and idle gossip, all of that is now completely purified. Next, please bless me to purify all the obscurations of my mind, so that it will become one in essence with Guru Tara's holy Vajra mind. The Guru accepts our request. Then blue light emanates from the Hung at Arya Tara's heart and curves in an arc to enter my heart. My mind is purified of all obscurations and becomes one in essence with Guru Tara's holy Vajra mind. Think especially all the negativities of the mind, particularly malice or anger, hostility, and then covetousness or clinging, grasping, attachment, and then ignorance, ignorance, grasping onto true existence. All these negativities of the mind are completely purified. Next, we request, please bless me to purify all delusions and subtle obscurations to omniscience, so that my body, speech, and mind will become one with Guru Tara's holy body, speech, and mind. Guru accepts our request. Now the three colored beams emanate simultaneously from the Om and Hum syllables, curving in an arc and entering my three places, completely purifying all my delusions and subtle obscurations to omniscience. My body, speech, and mind become one in essence with Guru Tara's holy body, holy speech, and holy mind. My root Guru dissolves into Aryatara. Who melts into green light, which flows into me. So, you can think with that dissolution, then Aryatara melts into, green light, at the heart, at her heart, it was that syllable tam. So that green syllable tam, you can imagine the body of Aryatara dissolves into that. And then that very small, subtle tam syllable comes in, through the crown of your head, dissolves into your heart. Instantly, all my wrong conception that I and other phenomena are self-existent, together with my dualistic mind and its views, disappear, becoming completely empty. Not even a trace of them remains. I concentrate one pointedly in this empty state with a wisdom that is indistinguishably one with Guru Tara's blissful, omniscient mind. Okay. So now here, see a few new faces. I'm not sure to what extent you've received teachings on shunyata, or emptiness, the ultimate nature of all phenomena. But in any case, try to dissolve all the ordinary appearances. So the experience is that like empty space, but the understanding is that all phenomena lack inherent existence, independent existence, intrinsic existence, existence from the object's own side. So all those ways I just described, they're all synonymous, but they're all equally impossible. It's impossible for phenomena to exist in this independent manner, because actually everything is a dependent arising. Yet for us, deluded sentient beings, then these phenomena appear to our sense consciousness as being truly, inherently, intrinsically existent. Yet this true existence, since it doesn't exist at all, then all these appearances to our sense consciousness are illusory. So anyway, at a very basic level, you can just think that all these phenomena that appear to be truly existent, those don't exist at all. And now your mind that realizes that, that's the one that is unified now with Aryatara's enlightened mind. And so now, if you've had the necessary initiation before, then your mind there, right, unified with Aryatara's mind, then that manifests as Aryatara. If you haven't had initiation before, then you can just visualize Aryatara in the space in front of you. So here it says in the text, then out of that emptiness, my wisdom manifests instantly as Aryatara's holy body seated upon a lotus and moon cushion. At my heart is another lotus and moon, upon which in the center stands the syllable Tam, surrounded in a clockwise direction by the syllables of the mantra Om Taritu Taritu Soha. The Tam and the mantra are manifestations of Guru Tara's holy mind, with which my mind is totally united. Green light radiates from all the letters, spreading in every direction. It purifies the negative karma, gross delusions, and subtle obscurations to omniscience of all sentient beings who become Tara. So now here we're going to do the mantra recitation. And in the text there are three little paragraphs there. So those are three visualizations you can do. Yeah, so we'll spend about, oh man, it's a little bit late already, 6 minutes. We'll recite the mantra for 6 minutes. And maybe 2 minutes each for each of the three visualizations, okay? Om Taritu Taritu Soha, 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 Om Taritu. Om Taritu Taritu Soha, Om Taritu. Om Taritu Taritu Soha, Om Taritu Taritu Soha. Om Tari Tari Ture Soha Om Tari. Om Tari Tari Ture Soha Tari Tari Ture Soha. Om Tari Tari Ture Soha. Om Tare Ture Soha. Okay, so now just take a moment and rest in that completely pure state now, having recited the mantra, and due to the power of those radiating light rays from Aryatara's heart, then all the sentient beings are completely purified of all their negative karma, all their sicknesses, all of their obscurations, so liberation and enlightenment. And you yourself also are completely purified and have received all of the blessings of the qualities of the enlightened body, speech, and mind. Okay, so now dedication. So think that we're dedicating not only the positive energy that we've created in our time here today, but all the merit, all the positive energy created in the past, that is being created in the present, and will be accumulated in the future, may I quickly become Guru Aryatara and lead each and every sentient being into an enlightened state because of these merits. May the Supreme Jewel Bodhicitta that has not yet arisen arise and grow. May that which has arisen not diminish, but increase more and more. So in previous weeks, we've been reciting the King of Prayers. However, I just saw I'm a little bit running late, and I do want to then just read the specific dedications for Root Institute. So anyway, we also dedicate all 3-time merit accumulated by ourselves, as well as all 3-time merit accumulated by the numberless sentient beings and numberless Buddhas, for the long and healthy lives of all the holy gurus, particularly His Holiness Dalai Lama, Lama Zopa Rinpoche, Ganen Tree Rinpoche, Sokon Senship Rinpoche, Ken Rinpoche, Geshe Chini, and Concept Rinpoche, as well as the long and healthy lives of all of the Dharma teachers, in particular Geshe Chenle, Geshe Sherab, Geshe Tenzin Dorje, Geshe Dorje Damdu, Geshe Tenzin Zopa, Venerable Sangye Khandro, Venerable Olivier Rossi, Venerable Tenzin Nanjong, Venerable Viviana Curtin, Venerable Tenzin Lexok, Venerable Tenzin Gache, and Venerable Tuzin Khandro, and the enlightenment of all the kind benefactors of Root Institute. Then we also dedicate for the all the beings who have health issues, either Elham Shirali, as well as all the other names that have been submitted to Institute from the beginning of this these sessions, and more generally, as Shantideva said, may all the whatever diseases are in the world, may all the 6 sentient beings quickly be freed from their sicknesses, and may all the illnesses in the world never occur again. Okay. Then we also dedicate for all those beings who recently passed away, in particular Gabrielle Zismer and Venerable Losang Sutrim, one of the monks at Nalanda Monastery in south of France. And then all the, more generally speaking, all the beings who are currently in the bardo, may they be reborn in the Pure Land where they can achieve enlightenment, or at the very least attain a perfect human rebirth and practice the Mahayana Dharma and attain enlightenment in their very next lifetime. And then for all the various Dharma projects, particularly all the Dharma projects of the FPMT in India, Root Institute especially, may they have all their obstacles removed and be successful in their activities to benefit beings and the teachings of Buddha. Oops. Okay. So that's that. Nidhi. Oh man. Namaste. I only saw 3 people on the side of my screen. So it's good to see you. That's not to then, see the other view, also namaste to you. But I didn't see Nidhi was on this call. Anyway, thank you very much. And I wish you all the best. Please, continue to, practice, and especially in our daily lives, since there's so much suffering in the world, the people that we interact with, then even the small things we can do to benefit them, it matters a lot. So, please do what you can, and we'll see you next time. Okay. Namaste.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you.